I think the plan for this video was for me to come on and talk about 2K and the news that we got. Oh, guys, this might be the year and we might be back. And I don't know. I don't have a script for this one, guys. So let me just do my intro, right? It's your boy Shady Mike. I'm somebody that has dedicated a lot of their IRL life to simulation gaming, whether it's, you know, football or on the channel or basketball on the channel. And I really just want to come into this and be positive about 2K26. It's very difficult. Part of that is influence from the community. A lot of people criticizing me, saying, you know, oh man, you know, this guy, all he does is say great stuff about EA because they're paying him and bad stuff about 2K because they're not. And I'm so passionate about both of these games, and I've done so much for both of these communities. Now, I feel comfortable saying that. You call me whatever, narcissist, cool, but I'm stamped. I've done what I've done, but I don't want that to be the point of the video. It's just, I want these games to succeed, but man, if you're an NBA basketball fan and you are looking for something to like in the game, and that's a lot of people ask me, say, hey, where's the content, where's the 2K content? I'm like, where's the NBA content? I'm an NBA fan, right? I love NBA basketball. I want to experience the NBA in the virtual hardware. That's all 2K's ever been about since I started playing it in NBA 2K2. Dang, I can't find my 2K2, but I've got my 2K3. Right, my Live 03, right, my Madden 02, like, you know, this is where it started for me. So it just, as someone that's trying to experience NBA basketball, it's just like, where do you go? What do you do? I just want to be positive. I don't know. I'm trying to be positive, but it's just, you guys know how I feel. I think we need 2 games. I just, as a consumer, I don't feel heard. Madden fans have reached out to me in the past and said the way you feel about 2K is the same way we feel about Madden. I don't, you know what I mean? And I'm not saying that's invalid. It's just, in my opinion, and this is just my opinion, you can say what you want, that you're shill this, all that. We never saw Madden abandon the sport like we've abandoned the sport. So I don't want to get into that. It is what it is, guys, and I'm sorry, this video is not, did not get a script for this one, because the goal here was to just sit down with you guys. We just got our first news of MyNBA, and the game's going to be out in a week, and I thought maybe we would get some information that would make us feel good. We really didn't. There was one piece of, but I don't want to spoil the video. I would like to, the point of this video, rather, let me get a different angle here because I'm kind of in the way. I wanted to sit down and read through the courtside report for MyNBA and MyGM, which is the only mode in this game that I play. And and maybe after we go through this information, we can talk about it and I guess it's just the only thing I want to know is, am I crazy for feeling like an afterthought? Is it me? Because the people have been saying it's me, right? Maybe the sliders will make it better. Maybe the rosters will make it better. Maybe the modders will make it better. So here we go. So this is the NBA 2K26, MyNBA, MyGM Courtside Report. So they said MyNBA and MyGM return in NBA 2K26 with 30 unique storylines, all new dynamic banners, improved and adjustable simulations, online NBA playoffs, and much more. It's just going to be on the PC. It's going to be on the Switch 2. And obviously our next gen systems, but they're not on the old gen. So no PlayStation 4, no Xbox One. From the ability to play in the NBA playoffs online to improve simulations, dynamic banners, that's pretty much the same thing we just read. So it looks like they're tweaking the playoffs mode. One tweak I think we all would have liked to see in the playoffs mode was simply the ability to use custom rosters. Is that in here? We'll see more about this later. So online playoffs. Legends are made in the playoffs. In NBA 2K26, the playoffs mode can be played online in MyNBA. The NBA Finals have a way of ratcheting up the competition and intensifying every possession. We're going to pause there. The NBA Finals have a way of ratcheting up competition and intensifying every possession. So you know that because you wrote that. Is there anything in this game that come playoff time will ratchet up the competition and intensify every possession? Or am I wrong for expecting that, right? So you guys see what I'm getting at? NBA basketball. It's like we don't have it, right? The playoffs in 2K feel like game 2 of an 82 game season, right? But let's keep going. Whether you challenge your friends or other players, the increased pressure of this mode will be palpable. As commissioner of each bracket, you'll be responsible for selecting and seeding all 16 NBA teams that clinch a spot in the playoffs. Once that's complete, you can invite up to 15 friends to participate in a private postseason or open it up to the public and search for community members to join in. Whether you keep it tight-knit or make it a free-for-all, the addition of the playoffs online is a fresh way to compete at the highest level. Online playoffs will feature the signature presentation of the NBA playoffs. Every aspect of the game will get the full playoff treatment. Players, arenas, commentaries, you name it, will be in postseason mode. These subtle details will heighten the overall atmosphere and elevate the experience to feel more authentic. Cool, right? Cool. There's a bracket, the same bracket we've had the past 10 years. That's it? Nothing? Okay, thank you. That's online playoffs, guys. Let's move on. Improved and adjustable simulations. The community has been vocal about wanting smarter, okay, more efficient, okay, simulations. We heard you. I like that. That sounds pretty good. This year, we fine-tuned simulation performance under the hood to yield more strategic decisions that run 8% faster on average and up to 26% faster in NBA 2K26 to NBA 2K25. That's phenomenal. Fantastic change. Simulating takes very long in 2K. We know that. I love that speed. We've got better hardware now. We're not on PlayStation 4 anymore. Use that hardware. Love that. Players now have the freedom to adjust simulations by toggling between 3 options: normal, smarter, and faster. Smarter sims will utilize more advanced trade logic that can consider over 5,000 potential trade assets and variables per trade. I like that. That sounds very good. Such as trade protections and pick swaps to best mirror real-life front office strategies, but we'll conduct the sim at a slower rate in order to do so. That's actually a great trade-off for me. I think my question is this going to be taking place outside of the sim, right? Like, great. Like, will the CPU put together a trade with 4 firsts and 4 swaps for Kevin Durant? Like, you know, that happened in real life. Like, I don't know if that was really the pick, but you guys get what I mean. Would they put together a package like that for Anthony Edwards? If, you know what I mean, if his morale dropped too low? Like, this is my question. I don't simulate every season. I play a lot sometimes. So I would love to see that type of logic. Faster sims will progress through seasons more quickly while still making tactical decisions. The core rules behind the salary cap, trades, and free agency will be respected. Still, sims may not consider every possible outcome, pick protection or swaps when evaluating a team's asset stockpile. If you're interested in getting into the action quicker, then this is for you, especially when you're committed to building dynasties that span decades. So they're basically saying this is just the trash edition of the sim. All of this, by the way, just random, all of this sounds like something that could be done very well with AI. So if AI is not involved in this, they probably need to get it involved. Experiment with each of the normal, smarter, and faster functions to tailor the MyNBA experience to your needs. Okay, so with that, I literally would see no reason to use anything other than smarter sim, but we would have to see how much slower it is than the other two options. Next section, MyNBA, My Player DNA. The player DNA system is expanding in NBA 2K26 with a new My Player DNA option to copy and paste one My Player into each roster you create. Use a My Career save file. You can faithfully clone your My Player's appearance, animations, attributes, badges, and tendencies in MyNBA with ease. Okay, so I guess they're saying you can take your My Player and put it in MyNBA. This system works in all of the MyNBA eras, so you can insert your My Player into any period and see how they measure up against the legends of the game. You can also see how they look with retro presentation filters and how their playstyle adapts to the evolution of the league rules. Explore endless possibilities and put the age-old question of whether modern players could handle the physicality of previous eras to the test. So that's great for people that play that. I don't, but that's cool. I really like that. That is, I'm sure a lot of people will get their My Players and drop them in there and say me versus Iverson, me versus Kobe. The great what if scenarios. I have no problem with that. That's very cool. You know, great. That's phenomenal. I'm assuming you can still player lock. You're like, you know, to still play it like it's My Career, or that would be interesting. Like, do you still progress? Like, I guess that would be my question. Maybe you can just, you know, player lock the guy manually. But okay, that's cool. Dynamic banners. When your career as a general manager comes to an end, how will you be remembered? Your ability to deliver championships to a fan base will be the hallmark of your legacy. In NBA 2K26, you can celebrate these crowning achievements through all new dynamic banners in the modern era. Cool. Bask in your team's success as you watch banners rise from the hardwood and into the rafters, where they'll hang beside retired franchise legends. Each NBA arena has a dedicated section for these banners, and as you play out your story, you'll see years of history represented through championships and decorated stars. Take pride in your accomplishments, whether it's acknowledging your development of an auto-generated rookie into a Hall of Famer, or a dynasty you built achieving an elusive three-peat. This key component in the MyNBA experience is something the visual concepts team has wanted to incorporate for a long time. We're incredibly proud to deliver it to you in NBA 2K26. Cool, right? Not a bad feature. Not saying it's not a big deal, but you know, cool, right? That's nice. That's very nice. I like that. My WNBA expansion, a new challenger has entered the mix. The WNBA is adding another franchise to its ranks, welcoming the Golden State Valkyries into the league. With 2025 serving as their inaugural season, the Valkyries have officially been added to My WNBA and NBA 2K26. Make the Valkyries' first season in the Bay a memorable one and waste no time establishing them as a contender in the WNBA. Cool. I'm not into that personally, but congratulations to that fan base. You know, everybody that likes that. Cool. And that area. Good for them. MyNBA Directives. Before a new season, you'll sit down with the team governor to assess your goals and budget for the year. During this conversation, the team governor will assign you primary and secondary directives to influence your strategy for the season. I like that. Kind of going like the Madden route, a little bit of a role play type stuff. It's imperative that you meet these directives to keep your job as general manager. What if you just turn firing off? Isn't that a thing? Can't you turn the budget off in general? But okay. Team governors vary from team to team. Some are driven by championships at any cost, while others are focused on the balance sheet and want to ensure the arena is full and profitability continues. Combined with team-specific off-season scenarios, your experience will change based on the team you selected, keeping challenges fluid and stimulating. At the end of the season, the team governor will review your directives and goals for the year and evaluate whether or not you met expectations. If you do, you'll be rewarded with a bigger budget that can be used during the off season to target premier players or renovate facilities. That's a little bit weird. Because like number one, I think the I guess the direction of the team should change. Like, is that dynamic, or is it like, hey, just because I picked? Well, I do get that a little bit. Because, like, for example, the Lakers are always win now. Like, they're win now. So that's fair. But I still think it's like, but would you tolerate a rebuild when, like, your superstar retires? Like, do you have a little bit more leniency? I also don't understand where it's like, if you don't do well, you don't get the bigger budget. But if you do well, you do get the bigger budget. A lot of times IRL, it's the exact opposite. Like, say, hey, fam, we won that chip. Now let's get under that apron. You know what I mean? So I'm just curious. I like that. I'm just very interested to see, how that's implemented. So managing the team ledger is a necessary part of running a successful franchise. The team finances have been tweaked to be more reflective of each MyNBA era, with accurate team revenue and budgets, luxury tax mechanics, year-to-year salary cap increases, and more throughout league history. Maintaining a quality product in the NBA is challenging. Right, exactly. Make it easier on yourself by keeping your facilities up to date to increase player interest in your organization. Upgrade your facilities with facility points earned by winning championships, which can go toward updating team training, team recovery, arena, and more. See, I think personally I would like because that's cool, but it's like, how much do players really care about team facilities? Like, I want to go play with so-and-so. Like, I would want it to be more like maybe certain players, because we do have our loyalty, our what are those ratings called? Our financial interests, our play for a winner. Like, what if you're one of your guys was play for a winner, he's only going to consider teams that the average overall of the four positions that he doesn't play equal out to 82 at least, or like, you know what I mean? He wants to go to a good team, or another player is, you know what I mean? So like, I get what they're saying, but if I'm the Hornets, I'm sorry, Hornets fans, but just because I raise my facilities up shouldn't mean I should go be able to sign LeBron in free agency. So that doesn't really seem to vibe with the realism part, but I got an open mind, so that's interesting. Team training facilities, your players will have improved strength, hustle, and potential. I don't like that, because I think that should be more of a coaching thing. Can he motivate you guys to train and get active? But okay. Upgraded training facilities can also influence player interest in negotiation. Don't like that. They're less likely to want to play for a team with shabby facilities. Sure, but if my teammates are LeBron and D Wade, I can deal with the facilities. That's my opinion. Team recovery facilities. I like this. Your players will be more durable with a reduced chance of injury and fast recovery times. It can also give you a boost in contract negotiations. I like that. Now, the team is known to talk about the Phoenix Suns back in the day for having a really good medical staff and taking care of their players. A team like the Sixers, known for being trash, right? That I like that. That should matter. Luxury box amenities, go the extra mile and raise the value of your luxury boxes. These premium seats with fans in the door allow you to raise your ticket prices and ultimately boost profits in the long run. Fan event, host a fan event that boosts the attendance of a single game for 15%. Arena renovations, a state-of-the-art arena gives a 20% boost to your attendance, which drops 1% each year as your arena degrades. Renovating will restore the attendance boost to full strength and give you the chance to redesign or rename the arena. However, renovations are costly, multi-year project, and require 15 facility points. So be sure to plan ahead. I'm surprised they let us rename the stadiums within the NBA, and it's not like a licensing issue. That's crazy. Like, you can move the Lakers to a different arena, and then rename it, and then it's not crypto anymore. That's something. Surprised they were able to get that in. Find success on the court by investing in your franchise's foundation with upgrades to your facilities and amenities. garner attention from marquee free agents around the league and show them you're serious about winning. Yeah, I don't love that stuff. I don't like that because I just feel like there's some free agents you shouldn't be able to get. Let's read through the rest of this. MyGM. MyGM is a long way to return to NBA 2K25. And this year it's back again, but bigger and better than ever. Immerse yourself in the role of a general manager and live out 30 unique team storylines with narratives from real world inspiration. That's cool. I like that. Try to make that mode better, but we'll get to it a little bit later. They just made one change that now will make me even look in the direction of this game mode. So but real quick, the fact that that's all for MyNBA is just alarming. And I know they talked a little bit about the sim logic, but the player rotations, the 80 plus overall players, 85 overall players sitting in free agency, the fact that if you've got two 85 overall shooting guards, the CPU won't put one of them at small forward or one of them at point guard. That's the stuff that bothers me. And for them to not address that leads me to believe it's not addressed. So talk MyGM offseason scenarios. One of the biggest updates to MyGM is the addition of 30 team-specific storylines with a total of 98 different conversations available in NBA 2K26. That's actually like not a lot, but okay. Your journey begins amid the 2025 offseason following the conclusion of the NBA draft, lottery, and NBA finals. I like that. Based on the team you choose, you'll be faced with the same obstacles and roster needs as your real-world GM counterpart. Here are a few examples. Chicago Bulls embrace a full rebuild focused on acquiring draft picks. Build for the Golden State Warriors' future or commit to another finals run with Stephen Curry. The Mavericks make Cooper Flagg the new face of the franchise with the #1 pick. Work with your head coach, CFO, team scout, and team governor to problem solve and improve team needs. Okay, I guess my only question is are you locked into these? Like, say I don't want to take Cooper Flagg #1. Can I trade the pick? Right? What options do you have there? The MyGM building is your home base for, or like, but for example, like, can I try to put a package together for Giannis? Like, you know what I mean? I would love to see what that looks like. And how realistic will they be? Is Milwaukee's scenario like, hey, how much talent can we amass to try to appease Giannis? The MyGM building is your home base for all team activities here. You'll receive new tasks, discuss the ongoing strategy of the team, and fill your staff, including the assistant GM. Feel the energy of a buzzing office atmosphere, observe practice at the team gym, and even get some shots up while you're wearing your suit and tie. That's funny and cool. I like that. That's quirky. I like that. The MyGM building now feels bigger and more energetic as you go about your responsibilities. That's cool. I really like that. I'm not even trolling. That's pretty cool. You get some shots up in your suit and tie. That's cool. Your GM legacy. The new GM legacy menu will track your objectives and successes in each save. How many championships have you won? Were you able to draft a future MVP? Show off what you've accomplished over your MyGM journey. Almost like a trophy room from college. That's really cool. Unlock clothing. If you're in the driver's seat of an NBA organization, you've got to look the part. Keep yourself looking fresh with new suit designs and customization options for you to choose from. Unlock these fitted threads by completing high-scoring runs. That's nonsense and silly. Don't like that at all. You don't even have all of the NBA accessories in the game. Maybe lock in on that before you're giving me Tom Ford freaking suits to wear on my MyGM character. But I don't want to be. Let's keep it moving. Unranked MyGM. When we reintroduced MyGM in NBA 2K25, every run was scored and ranked, which required everyone to be on the same playing field. I don't agree with that, but whatever, however you justify it. In NBA 2K26, you can choose to do an unranked MyGM run. You can edit players, import custom rosters and draft classes, and adjust sliders for a more customized experience that retains the role-playing elements of the road. That right there is all that matters to me. That is all that matters. So the question is with the unranked MyGM, how much of that stuff that they mentioned up earlier is going to be locked out of this mode? That is the only thing half of us care about. We've been so clear that we want to play MyNBA, we want to play MyGM offline, custom rosters, edit our players. We want my player to be offline again. We want to be able to edit that mode, use custom rosters with that mode, and they don't listen. And let me not. So anyways, coming up next, there's so much to unpack in MyNBA this year. Well, you got a week to do it there, buddy. And we're eager for you to experience it yourself. In the meantime, in the next 7 days, be sure to check out the gameplay, my player presentation, my team, and the W Courtside Reports if you haven't already. Yeah, I'll look at the gameplay one, but yeah, I'm not interested in any of the other crap. The final Courtside Report drops the week of August 25th, detailing this year's city. Don't care about that. Stay tuned to all the official 2K platforms, yada, yada, yada. So, I don't know how you guys feel about that. Just let me know in the comments, man. Am I way off? Am I over emotional? Probably. I'm just gonna do my very best, man, this year with this franchise. I think that should have been the takeaway. We're gonna be here. We're gonna work hard. We're not going anywhere. A lot of people subscribe to this channel for 2K content. I'm doing. It's not we. I'm doing what I can to make that happen. I don't feel like I have a lot of help from these guys. So we're gonna do our best. I want this to be positive. We're gonna be doing a launch day stream and all that. I want people there. I want people to care. I like caring. I like investing, but 2K just they make it hard. So that was it, guys. I just wanted to talk through this what do they call this? I was gonna call it a campus huddle. That's college football. I don't know, what is this called? The Courtside Report. My bad. I wanted to talk through this with you guys. I've been looking forward to this all summer. This is the only one that matters to me because my NBA is all I play. We're gonna get the game. We're gonna get it early, and we're gonna do our best. And I appreciate you guys for riding with me. As I struggle through this and struggle about who I'm trying to be in this space and how we're going to shape this channel, because this is something that I want to be a part of it. It needs to be. So I hope that 2K can make this franchise that's worth our while again. Yeah, I just want to be optimistic. We're going to go into the game with an open mind and hope as much stuff can be fixed. And maybe they're underselling and over delivering. Maybe that's what this is. We're going to try to be optimistic and keep the faith, and we're going to be here together no matter what. So it's your boy Shady Mike. I'm signing out. Peace. Threes. We need NBA Live now.